And this one is, we are going to swap a Coke that is already in Vendmax. And this is the planogram. This is where your asset number is. On the machine, they'll say serial number. But I just made up this random one because this is just an example. So let me go ahead and sign in to this Larson Vending. If you want, you can go into the warehouse tab and Coke can. And so this isn't scheduled because this is just an example. So we want to, if this is the real one, we'd want to check, make sure the asset number and everything matches up with the one that we're picking up. So then, yeah, if it does, then you just deactivate it. Say okay. Equipment. Go over here to remove equipment and just hit R and remove machines, and then you put the date that we are swapped it out or picked it up. I'll just use today's date since this is an old example of a Coke machine that we already had in the Larson Vending account. So you say okay, and then we want to add vending equipment. You click this double arrow and then you put the plus sign. This is important. Do not skip a step. And then from here, I'll say zone. You could put M from a machine warehouse, or you can choose these double arrows and hit machine warehouse. And then you'd put the date right here. And this part will come up again at the ends. So it doesn't really matter if you change the date right here, but it will come up at the end, and that's when you change it. And then okay. And then right here, you'll put the Coke can. And then category, you put C for Coke. Beverage type, so equipment type is beverage. If you do the double taps, it'll give you your examples if it's a glass front or a snack. So we want beverage. And then the make, I put rural vendor. It's an RV 804. And then I just made the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So from this tab, you want to hit vending info. Primary accountability, you want to hit Dext. The Dext type, change it from SDS manual to full. And then for meters, you hit use cash meter. And then that's all you do on this end. You hit OK. And then choose. And then this is again where you would hit the date. I'm just doing today, the 28th. And then you hit OK. And then from there, you go to planogram. And usually this asterisk sign right here, it usually means it has a cage. Okay, then you upload planogram. Again, this is what ours look like. 8 buttons. And then I put, it's 180, 180, meaning it's 3 columns. It does not matter what column number it's in, just how many columns there are. Coke, there's 3 columns, and Dr. Pepper, there's 2 columns at 60. So it's 120 and 180. Okay, we'll go ahead and add the buttons. So you right click, add column, and you do this 8 times. Okay, and then you want to hit next on OK. And then right here, this is where you put the button 1. And then tab over. You can put 180 here, or you can do it later. I will show you where. Price, I think it's $1.50 now. I'm not sure, but you can always go back and change the price. So we'll do 150, and then search by family. That's a can, 12 ounce. The first button is Coke. Coke matters the most. It's the most important. Or buttons. It's the most important versus columns. Okay, button number 2. Oh. The bars and caps. This is Diet Coke. We'll do 24 and then 60. And then the $1.50. And it's already on the can, 12 ounce under the family. So you just go down the Diet Coke and hit OK. And it automatically brings you to the next one. Will be button number 3. And then put the parts and caps here. And then can, 12 ounce. And it's cherry Coke. Dr. Pepper is 2 columns, so that's why it's 120. I'll go down to Dr. Pepper. Okay, and this one's going to be Sprite. This one, I'll show you how. Almost done with this one. Let's see, Fanta Strawberry. Button number 7 is Fanta Orange. And this is Monster, so we'll do 24 and 30 at $3.25. So under search by family, we want to go to premium beverage. And it's regular Monster, so it will be the Monster Energy Green right here. And click OK. And then from there, we have all our buttons. We want to go to right over here. It says Grid View. So this is Blink right here. We need to add the buttons to the Ducks column as well. Oops. And then if you need to change the part and cap, this is where you can also do it as well. And then you hit OK. Then your planogram is loaded. Then you go back to main and you activate it. If for any reason you happen to exit out without activating it, you can go to point of sale right here and then type in the location name, and it will be right here. And then it'll tell you whether if it's active or inactive, and then it'll be inactive and you can always click on it, and then this is where you can activate it again. And that's how you do the Coke.